기가 막히다. 여기다 깔아놨네. 야. 여기다 깔아놓은 레드 카펫이네. 자. 여기가 스페인 바르셀로나에 도착했고요. 오늘 우리가 스페인을 구경하겠습니다.
다니시잖아요. 네. 그러면 여기 황영조 선수가 왜 바르셀로나
Go, go, go. Yeah.
Century by Henri Sagnier, and it was then the custom house for the harbor. Now it isn't anymore. We only have simple offices. And then in the middle of next, some of them they are covered by a web, by a net, because they have to be restored. They were important people for Christopher Columbus and the King and Queen of Spain then, as well as other participants.
Used to transform the city, and Barcelona is a city of congresses and events. We have 2,000 events throughout the year. And Barcelona, now if you look here at your left, you have this amazing statue called The Face of Barcelona by Roy Lichtenstein, and it's a homage to three artists who lived in Barcelona: Picasso, Miró, and Gaudí. And now we are going to see the part of Barcelona that was urbanized for the first Universal Exhibition in 1888. But as I said, imagine Barcelona was just this part here on the left, okay, that was built in 1888. We thought that we didn't have a symbol of repression, so that military fortress was demolished to build this park, La Ciutadella. And still we have some buildings that were built for this occasion in 1888. Here you have the greenhouses, and in the corner we are gonna see the building that was built to be the restaurant for the Universal Exhibition. So you should imagine that inside there were the pavilions of the different nations. Back in those times, we're talking about the end of the 19th century, the Universal Exhibitions lasted a year, okay? And it was a way to show the latest innovations. And each country had a pavilion, so they were able to show also the different cultures. And along this avenue, there were also different pavilions, a new airport. And guys, if you look here at your left. Can you see this amazing avenue? Look, those lampposts. They look like trees with flowers. And this Arch of Triumph, it was not built to celebrate any victory. That was the gate to the enclosure of this exhibition in 1888. So that was the main entrance. Guys, Pere Falqués designed those lampposts, but can you see wrought iron, flowers? This is Art Nouveau. Just to understand, the end of the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th century, that corresponds to an artistic style called Art Nouveau in France. Rich materials, wrought iron, ceramics, stained glass windows. And this is what we are going to see in the new expansion of the city. The streets here in the city were Mediterranean people, so we love to go to the terraces at the end of the day.
와, 멋있다.
And now we are heading towards Catalunya Square.
By Carlos Vilaseca. It is a kind of new art using a lot of flat bricks with the name of Arco de Triunfo because it is the most important monument. And we are going to drive inside the big surface. In fact, inside the biggest district in the city. That it is called Barcelona expansion, Barcelona enlargement. So Barcelona, until the Expo in 1888, it was a medieval city, but really medieval city, surrounded by medieval walls. Imagine that we will see that a little bit after. This square that it is 33,000 square meters. We have around different kind of buildings and not many families they are living here because housing it is extremely expensive. And when I say, for example, for a small flat, only 100 meter, a square meter, 2 bedroom. So in front of us we have a small street that goes to partly medieval walls. So on the right hand side you are going to see narrow street because this is partly the Gothic area or the medieval area. We say Gothic, but well, because it is like much prettier, say Gothic than medieval. Then next on the right hand side we have the other end of Ramblas. So we have this boulevard we have seen in Christopher Columbus monument, and this part it is still not works. Is 1 mile away, Christopher Columbus, and look at early back many people walking up and down. 33,000 square meter for shops, hotels, offices, banks. And from here on the right hand side, this is the medieval area. So the meeting point, it is Catalunya Square. Catalunya Square that was urbanized at the very beginning of the 20th century. Securities, insurance and banks, they came here, and afterwards the luxury shops. On the left hand side, here we are, 60 meter wide. On the left we have the stock exchange house on the left. On the right hand side, very nice restaurants. Then we have special street lamps, especially made for this street, with a lot of flowers and benches at the bottom. And then we have luxury hotels like Mandarin Oriental, right here on the right hand side. And then your attention please to the religion of Saint George, the patron saint of Catalonia. And then we have a lot of reminding items decorating the facade. If you look at the first floor, look at the stones. The stones look like being made with cream, not with very, very strong stones.
Is that the lady of this house, Mrs. Milá, she complained because inside you are gonna see that everything is wavy. The walls are wavy, the rooftop is wavy, everything is wavy. So the legend says that she complained and she said to Gaudi that she didn't have a flat wall for a piano. And Gaudi said, "Madam, you can play the violoncello." That was Gaudi's temperament, okay? But that means that this is an anecdote, we don't know if it's true or not, but this is to tell you that he was very... One of the most expensive streets to rent an apartment. And now we are going towards Paseo de Gracia. Actually, this amazing block that we saw the Pajot house, that it looks like a dragon, okay? These three houses that we saw, they are considered to be the three most beautiful houses, okay? As missing house, okay, that is also Art Nouveau. This is the main facade, the rear facade is also amazing. On the left, you have that area that we call La Zona Alta, the high zone, because it's the wealthy area of Barcelona. Barcelona, and they made money by renting those apartments to other people. Look, this is what we said. This is a summary of Art Nouveau. Can you see the columns? They look like trees with flowers. You have stone, you have wrought iron, you have ceramics mixed with brick. Why with brick? Because brick was a new material that appeared at the beginning of the 20th century and allowed them to build faster, because they were building many houses here. So those people that came from Cuba with those fortunes, they needed a house, so they built houses. So here we are, just in La Champla, as Maripaz said. Can you see this grid of parallel and perpendicular streets? Very easy to drive. But you are gonna tell me, Olga, this is like in New York, right? Is someone from New York? I asked that before. There is someone from New York. Yes and not, guys, because there is something that is very unique to Barcelona. Look at the corners. Can you see the corners of the block of houses? They are cut off. We have these oblique corners, okay? They are called in Spanish chaflan. Chaflan. Those oblique corners. So can you imagine the function of these oblique corners? Many functions, okay? First function. Look, guys, we're here on the bus. We don't need to get until the end of the street to take your head off to see if someone else is coming.
자연스럽게 우리는 1초 찍고 자기 전에는 한 10분 찍고
다 녹음됐거든.
세계에서 제일 높은 성당이래. 가톨릭 성당.
와.
시멘트 덩어리일 거 아니야. 밖에 졸졸 막 이렇게. 어떻게 줄지?
왜 소리 질렀어?
비둘기 날아갔어.
비둘기 날랐어? 아. 비롤리. 컷.
33,25.
Non mais là c'est pour ça ils savent que... Non.
이게 색깔이 좀 예뻤으면 좋겠다. 그러니까 색은 너무 그죠? 색이 안 예뻐. 이게 100년 ya viene, ¿vale?
됐습니다.
밖에 봐서 눈물 나려고 그러는데 이따 안에 들어가면 bueno, he cogido otro, porque los he puesto que todavía tengo en el culo y era para no...
The charity gate is the central gate, is the main gate on every facade with two doors.
희망, 믿음과 소망과 사랑.
From the table where Jesus was born, at first, on the right, we have the farmers and shepherds. And you can see one shepherd carrying a little lamb. Here we have the two
문을 어떻게 이렇게 만들었지? 와.
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 뭐야 이거? 사진 못 찍어.
안에도 이렇게 생겼네. 밖에만 그런 줄 알았더니.
아니 사진 못 찍어요. 사진을 못 담고.
못 담아.
저도 이 스테인리스로. 형님, 저게 자연광이야. 그치 맞아. 저게 자연광이야. 그러니까. 여보, 저기가 자연광이야.
and translated into 52 other languages. All the European languages, Esperanto too, two African languages, Wolof and Swahili. And of course, the German pop.
뭘 앱을 선생님 안 해도 좋다는 저기인 것 같은데요.
From here to the city, we have 45 minutes. But if you do this first time, you won't have 10 minutes. There's a reason, don't you? And have a second meaning. Jesus died on the cross. And this is the way you will arrive to the heaven. You arrive to God.
아키텍처 스쿨이래.
Estás comprando. Estás agotado.
저 건물이.
한국 과자 사발면 사야 되는 거 아니야 우리? 얼른 들어가서.
It's a business center. Its name is Gloria Tower, and it is only on Friday and Saturday, and the rest of the week it is closed. Flea market. Then on the right side, look at this amazing building with columns. This is a Catalan National Theatre. And then they have it done recently too for just feeling.
Covered with those canopies made of glass and iron. That was the main train station of Barcelona until they built another one that is Sans Estación. Now we have the high-speed train that connects Barcelona with Europe and also Madrid. And in the other one, Sans Estación, the train station Sans Estación, you can take.
내가?
1세기. 어떻게 이렇게 정선을 저기 저 주변 먹으면 되지 않나요?
어?
여기. 아.
The medieval walls here there is the water, the waterfront. So even here there was the sea wall until 1850. So now we are going to see the city.
와.
야, 대단하다. 2000년 전에 어떻게 이런 거.
Voy a sacar el reloj manual del museo.
We are just here.
아까 그
C'è un bellissimo. Fondo le Ramblas.
형수님.
Sì, perché
형수님.
quando finiscono le Ramblas, se voglio,
So imagine that you come from France. You come here and you see that the white men are in the middle. Okay? One of them has the face of the kid that you have next to you. That's very impressive. Okay? And he wanted to go down in history. We have whole trees, oak, white, okay? And guys, I love this old trees. And I know. The record of your states makes you feel very small. And if you wanted to ask something the king, but you want to do it because of your birth, you will ask him to listen, okay? But imagine that you're and
these different levels connected with the streets and the viaduct. And here you can see that this street was open on the same mountain, and the stones that Antonio Gaudí have taken from here later were reused in other places.
이게 물길인가 봐.
Pay attention what we have here hanging over our heads. Here over our heads we have the biggest stones that Antonio Gaudí found here when he started.
Els que havien de fer no van acabar sent. Després parlarem de per què, però la idea original del Paraguay era...
Hola, it's only for the groups. You must go around for the other side, please. Thank you. Hola, it's only for the groups. You must go around for the other side.
여기 보고 얼굴을 돌리고. 아까 일로 내려가는 길 있었는데 일로 간 거 아니야? 그래요.
A casa del
You can climb with helping with the hands and the feet. But here you can see that Antonio Gaudí at the end put here something that remember like a barrel, and so you can start to climb, but arrive a moment that is impossible.
아따 잘 달린다 아주.
할줄 없이 했네.
자연스럽게.
왜 그런
슈퍼마켓.
coglione con un coso in mano.
October. Alright, we gotta do a clap that says, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the crew of the Bucky Mars, your family.
끝나고 왔어. 뭐 할 건가?
I'm looking for a dolly to see me right. They sing, they drink, shout out she's with me. A couple of sounds that I really like are the sound of a switchblade and a motorbike. I'm a juvenile product of the working class, whose best friend votes in a bottom of the class.
우리가 우여곡절 끝에 스페인 공항에 도착했습니다. 여유 있는 시간으로.
그 여유가 끝까지 가질 거랍니다.
근데 이제
여유 있지는 않은데.
지금 시간상으로 여유가 있는.